received some questions via text message from a friend who had just finished listening to episode 3, Navigating Your Consciousness to the Reality That You Desire. I decided to record and publish a reading of our conversation should any other listeners have similar questions. So let's call this episode 3.5, Navigation Q&A. Begin transcript. Friend. So, what is the significance in actually writing down what it is that you desire or what you want to be later on? For example, my writing down, I want to be a successful businesswoman. Answer. Transmogrification is the process of transferring something into a new form. There is a multiverse you want to experience that exists presently as a probability. You desire to experience that reality, to transform probability to reality. So, the first steps to doing so is to start small by transferring intangible desire or thought onto something tangible. Seeing that thought brought out of mind and onto physically tangible paper is an exercise in alchemy. By doing so, you demonstrate to your consciousness its own ability to make tangible something, however small, that only once existed as a desire in your mind. To have a thought, a formless thought, a whisper in your mind, and now that thought on paper, something that you can see, read, touch, and possibly eventually experience. That's the first step. That is holding in your hand the coordinates, as it were, of a quantum location in space-time that holds the probable reality experience wherein you're a successful businesswoman. Then, with your consciousness, you make that probable reality into a tangible reality. Friend. Interesting. Wait. How can consciousness turn a probable reality into a tangible reality? Answer. In quantum physics, there is a phenomenon known as the wave-particle duality, in which both light and matter are shown to behave as either a particle or a wave, depending on the expectations of the scientists making the measurements. So, if a scientist expects matter or light to behave like a particle and sets up an experiment with that reflects said expectation, I should say, he sets up an experiment that reflects said expectations, then matter will behave as the scientist expects. The same occurs if matter or light is expected to behave as a wave. The behavior of both light and matter is contingent upon the expectation of the observer. For more information, Google the double slit experiment. The double slit experiment shows that consciousness affects reality. Your expectations affects the reality experience you have. So, the way you navigate your consciousness to a pre-existing probable reality, and then with that consciousness make that probability a reality, is by expecting that probability to become a reality. It's not just writing it down. It is writing it down with the expectation and the acceptance that not only does that reality exist, but that your consciousness can and will embody that reality should you choose it. Friend. So in a sense, by writing it down, I am creating or manifesting the reality that I desire? Answer: not creating, not manifesting, simply choosing to have or actualize that experience. Matter behaves as both a particle and a wave, depending on the expectation of the observer. Both probabilities already exist for matter. The wave-particle duality is a property of matter. A physicist does not have to transform matter from a particle to a wave. She simply has to expect either or to occur, and then matter will behave according to her expectations. You don't have to create or manifest a career or life experience for your sim character in a video game. All possible in-game experiences for your sim already has been pre-programmed into the game as probable choices according to a potential player's desires or expectations. The same applies to your life. Friend: okay, but you mentioned forging a path that would take you to your desired reality experience. I could argue that I would have to create that path towards that reality experience that I desire. Answer: even the various paths to that reality experience has already been pre-programmed, as have all probable paths. All you have to do is choose a path. Choose a path out of the myriad of probable paths. Do you remember as a kid those Choose Your Own Destiny books? In those books, every possible path you could choose within the book was already written by the author before you even purchased the book. Friend: so the path is the experience? The experience is the path? Answer: exactly. Every possible outcome your life could take, every probable desire you would want to experience, has already been pre-programmed into our simulated reality. You are not the creator. You are the subscriber. All you have to do is choose the reality experience you desire, and then choose the paths. Friend: so that aligns with the thought that God wouldn't place a desire in your heart for something that wasn't possible, correct? Answer: precisely. Though I would phrase it more like this: the creator or creators of this simulation we call life, you can call him God or goddess or gods or goddesses. They're just names. They, he, she, it, wouldn't place a desire in your heart for a reality experience that hadn't already been pre-programmed as a probability into our simulated reality before you even embodied or transferred your consciousness into the persona that is your present human form. You are not your human form. You are not your body. You are consciousness utilizing the vehicle or advanced biological machine that is your human body to experience this simulated reality we call life. Your persona is akin to that of a character in a book or in a video game. Friend. Okay, how is consciousness different from your soul? Answer. It's not. I use the word consciousness because in my podcast, I'm weaving in theories from quantum physics. But I suggest in prior episodes that consciousness and soul can be used interchangeably. Some people are hesitant to use the word soul because of the religious implications associated with that word. Friend, is it that they don't want to have any religious conclusions? Answer. Exactly. They don't want to detract from the science by triggering religious connotations associated with the word soul or spirit. But in my experience, and based on my observations, soul and consciousness are the same thing. My perspective is that your soul or your consciousness has always existed, and this world was created by consciousnesses or souls similar to that of yours, the real you. It's kind of like iPhones and the internet were created or invented by people just like you. You are simply a subscriber in a futuristic virtual reality MMORPG. End transcript. Well, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to send me an email at anamoli@protonmail.com, and I'll do my best to respond. Thank you, and please be on the lookout for the next episode of the Dark Oracle podcast. Thank you for listening. Take care.